Hello guys, we're going to be starting the box. This is white glue, this is strawboard. We're not using carton, this is strawboard. So we're going to apply the white glue on the strawboard and then we saturate it very well. We want to use it to place white paper so that we give it a white background inside the box. White background. So once we saturate the glue very well, then it's time to place the paper. This is white paper, bond paper, 70 gram. You can use any one. These things are obtainable from any standard bookshop. So smoothing it up with a piece of cloth, a neat one, so that it doesn't stain the white. So once you smoothen it up, make sure it's very smooth, and we're done. We're ready to start cutting it out. You're going to measure it. This one is 14 by 12 by 4. 14 by 12 by 4. I'm not sure you'll be able to see my measurements correctly because of the camera angle, but don't mind. I'll teach you guys how to measure on a separate video. I'll teach you guys how to measure a box in a separate video. The video will just be on how to measure a box, when you are working it out. But let's just go through this one. But measurement is not that difficult, but I'll make a special video to just buttress that one alone. So once you finish measuring, you cut it out. If you look at the video carefully, you may even be able to understand how it was measured. It's a simple process. It's a simple process. So set your ruler, cut out the excess. Cut out the excess piece of strawboard. Cut it out and keep it aside. It will be used for the cover. Alright? So now we're going to cut the box itself. We're going to cut it to shape. The shape we're going to use to do the folding. We're going to cut it to shape. And how that is done is by making a light mark with your knife. You make a light mark on top of the board, following the point we have ruled when we were measuring it. So it is that light mark. We're going to make it all around, and then we're going to cut out the corners. You do it all around. Then we put sellotape. Put sellotape on the four sides. The four sides. Leave a little extension up. So you see where I cut it now. Leave a little extension. I'll show you what it will be used for. Then put it all around, and then you turn it. Yes, bend it up like that. Then we're ready for folding. We're trying to make a form. Press it hard and then cross the sellotape to the other side. Hold it firm. Then that little extension now, we're going to tuck it in. Left and right. That's what holds it firm up. So you do the same thing all around. Then your box is ready. The form. So you keep that aside. Then we go over to the paper. Arrange the paper. Pull out the paper for the box. So measure to make sure the paper will be able to go around. The paper needs to come up by the right, come up to the left, come up. So the best thing is to put the box in the middle and then be certain that it's going to size it. then we turn it around and start work. So now you apply the white glue. Apply the white glue at the back of the box. Apply the white glue at the back of the box. Saturate it properly. Saturate it properly. Saturate it. Make sure it goes very smoothly round the box. Then you take a little and put on the paper. Put a little on the paper. You don't have to take too much glue when you're putting on the paper. Remember, it's a paper. It can tear apart if it gets wet. So if you observe, I'm using the little I have in my brush. The little glue I have left on the brush is what I'm using to brush the paper. And I'm not brushing all the paper. I'm concentrating in the middle where the base of the box is going to sit. And you don't put too much and you don't stay too long. Now it's time to set it back to the middle. It's a thing to be done carefully. Okay, set it in the middle and then we turn it around and smoothen it. So get your rag again, smoothen that middle properly, then turn it back. Now we're going to cut the angles. We're going to cut the angles. You cut it open straight like that. Cut it open straight. Cut it open. Cut it like that all round. Cut it like that all round. And then you use your scissors to trim the other one down. Trim it down so that it doesn't go too far. Except if it's a very big box, you may not need to, but it's necessary. Alright, we'll move on. Put on the white glue. Make sure it's not too much, but just enough. Being too much means it's wet like everywhere. No, just make sure there's enough white glue on it for it to glue. Then put a little on the paper lightly. Now you fold it like that. Use your palm, smoothen it up. Just watch the way I'm doing it. If the glue is properly applied, that's it. It's not difficult. Once the paper touches the surface, it will glue. Then use your hand and rub off all of the bubbles. Then you have a nice job. Now put the corner like that. Do the other side too. And you repeat the same thing for the other side. Repeat the same thing here. Apply your glue. Repeat the same process. Alright. Okay, so I will go over to the other side. Once I've done the two sides, then you go over to this other side. Apply your glue again. Apply your glue like that thoroughly round. Make sure you put a little glue on that little flip of paper that goes up. That little extension up. Make sure you make glue to touch it. Then you fold the same pattern, smoothing it up, then repeat the same thing for the back. The other side of the box, repeat the same thing, and we're good. So now it's time to work on the cover. It's time to work on the cover. Now the cover have three sections, which is you can see it, the right, the middle, and the left. The right is for the base, the middle is the spine, and the other side is the top. It's called flip cover. So the top, the spine, and the base. So you put sellotape in that middle to hold it firm, and then you keep that aside. Then we'll go over to the paper. We'll cut a little piece of paper. That one now we're going to put in the middle of the cover. Yes, put a little glue and then put that paper on one side. Put a little glue on the paper. Put it only on one side of the cover. This is the inner part of the cover where we put white paper earlier. That's the side. So that's the side that is going to be visible when you are covering it. So that's the upper side. Now we turn it around and ready for the paper. I will pull out the paper that will be sizable for it. Pull out the paper, measure it to be sure that the paper will be wide enough to accommodate the cover straight. We want to lay it straight on the paper. So once we measure that and we are certain that it's going to be enough and have a little extension that will be folded to the top, then we're good. So now we lay the paper, we lay the cover on top of the paper to be sure that it will be good for what we want to do. Then turn it around and put your glue, smoothing the glue all round. Then keep it aside, apply a little glue on the paper. Remember, don't go back to the cup for more glue. Use the little that's left on the brush anytime you're applying glue on the paper, because you may be tempted to soak it. So pressure the brush and use the little glue left there. Alright, we're taking it back and we're laying it straight, carefully in the middle, making sure there's a little extension left, right, up and down. That extension will be used to fold on the top. You use that extension to fold. So lay it carefully, then turn it around carefully, and then we get a rag again, the piece of cloth, to smoothen it carefully. Any side that is going to ruffle, you lift it up. Okay, we're done with that. Smoothing the angles, the edges round the edges, and we're good. So now you are going to fold those edges, those extensions, fold it in. Remember the side we put the green paper the other time? That's the cover. Now we're going to test it. Let's check it out and see what it looks like. Boom. That's the box. Isn't it beautiful? But we're not done yet. We're still going to glue it down. So we have to set it properly. The position it will be on the position it will be the cover on the box. Then we'll pin it down like that and apply super glue. Why we need to pin it down? So that it doesn't shift from the position. You apply on the spine, then you apply on the side of the cover that will glue to the spine. Then apply it thoroughly, apply it roughly, just generally in the middle, in that white side. Apply in that middle very well. Yes, like this. Okay, don't stay too long so that it doesn't dry. Now close it up back and hold it firm. You're going to hold it for like 5 to 10 seconds. Hold it firm like that, and then check it. You drop it and see it is already standing. Okay, we're good. Then you turn it around and set it properly. Then you lift it to stand on the spine. Then you apply the super glue on the base. Then carefully, so that it doesn't have spill, so that you don't have spill of glue showing outside after we're done. Place it back down. Make sure the setting is accurate. Then you press it down. Place your hand on it. Just apply a little weight on it. Apply a little weight on the side. Keep shifting to the other side to ensure that the glue holds firmly, and that is it. The box is ready. Beautiful one. Check it out. Isn't it nice? I think it is. That's it. Alright. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending this much time. And in case you didn't get any step, go over it again. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more.